Willow Lane wasn't just a street. It was a sigh of contentment woven from dappled sunlight filtering through ancient willow trees and the comfortable creak of well-loved porches. Children knew every hiding spot in the tangled honeysuckle, and neighbors shared sugar, gossip, and unwavering support through long summers and quiet winters. At the very heart of it all stood Mrs. Higgins's cottage, a slightly crooked structure draped in climbing roses that seemed to bloom brighter than anywhere else. She'd lived there longer than anyone could remember, her front door perpetually unlocked, a sanctuary offering lemonade and wise, gentle words to anyone who wandered up her path. Her garden was a riot of color and buzzing life, a testament to decades of patient tending, and her presence felt as fundamental to Willow Lane as the old stone bridge at its end. A shadow fell over the Linnea Euro's tranquility when a sleek car pulled up one crisp autumn morning. A man in a sharp suit spoke of progress, efficiency, and modern living. He represented a developer who saw Willow Lane not as a community, but as prime real estate ripe for demolition, to be replaced by identical, towering townhouses devoid of character or history. Mrs. Higgins received the official notice with trembling hands, the paper feeling cold and alien amidst her sun-warmed garden. Words spread like wildfire, carried on hushed, anxious voices from porch to porch. The familiar comfort of the lane dissolved into a palpable sense of dread. Where would Mrs. Higgins go? What would become of the whispering willows, the shared vegetable patches, the generations of memories etched into every brick and beam? The very soul of their little world felt threatened. The residents of Willow Lane, usually content with their quiet routines, found an unexpected resolve blossoming within them. They gathered on Mrs. Higgins's porch, not for lemonade this time, but for a council of war fueled by shared love and fierce protectiveness. Mr. Peterson, the retired librarian, meticulously researched zoning laws late into the night. Young Maya, who Mrs. Higgins had taught to bake, started an online petition that gathered thousands of signatures. Even the teenagers, who usually preferred their screens, designed bright, defiant posters declaring "Save Willow Lane" and "Homes Not Houses." They organized bake sales, benefit concerts in Mrs. Higgins's overflowing garden, and wrote heartfelt letters to the town council, each plea echoing the deep connection they felt to their unique haven. One evening, as the campaign reached its peak, Mrs. Higgins sat alone on her porch swing, the weight of uncertainty heavy upon her. She gently touched the weathered clapboard beside her, whispering her fears aloud. Fears of losing her home, her garden, the place where she'd buried her beloved husband and raised her children. As her fingers brushed the wood, a soft, resonant hum seemed to vibrate through the wall, a sound like distant, comforting voices murmuring in unison. Startled, she leaned closer. Faintly, almost imperceptibly, she heard the echo of her own children's laughter from long ago, the murmur of her late husband reading poetry on a summer night, the comforting crackle of countless winter fires. The house itself seemed to be whispering back its memories, its soul. The walls weren't just wood and plaster. They were living archives of love. Overwhelmed with awe, Mrs. Higgins knew she couldn't keep this quiet. The next community meeting wasn't held in her living room, but outside, bathed in the soft glow of fairy lights strung through the willows. She asked her neighbors to come close, to press their hands gently against the walls of her cottage, and simply listen. Hesitantly at first, then with growing wonder, they did. Mr. Peterson gasped as he distinctly heard the clink of teacups and his own younger voice passionately debating history. Maya Euro's eyes widened with tears as the joyful shrieks of her 5th birthday party, held right there in the garden, seemed to float on the air. Others heard snippets of long-forgotten conversations, lullabies sung decades prior, the comforting sounds of everyday life preserved within the very fabric of the house. The whispering walls revealed themselves, sharing fragments of shared history and profound belonging. This profound experience transformed their campaign. It was no longer just about saving houses. It was about defending living history, protecting tangible echoes of love and community spirit. When the day of the crucial town council vote arrived, The residents of Willow Lane didn't just present petitions and financial arguments, they spoke of the whispering walls. Mr. Peterson described the resonance of shared stories held within the old structures. Maya played a recording of faint, inexplicable sounds captured near Mrs. Higgins's cottage. They spoke of a community woven into the lane's very essence, a richness no new development could replicate. Their testimony wasn't angry. It was deeply moving, filled with a quiet reverence for the intangible magic they'd discovered in their threatened homes. The council chamber was utterly silent when they finished. The developer Euro's arguments about modern amenities and economic growth suddenly seemed hollow, sterile things compared to the profound sense of place and living memory the residents conveyed when the vote was called. It wasn't even close. Willow Lane was designated a protected heritage precinct. Cheers erupted, not boisterous, but thick with relieved tears and heartfelt embraces. Mrs. Higgins, surrounded by her neighbors, simply placed her hand back on her cottage wall. A warm, gentle pulse seemed to thrum beneath her palm, a silent sigh of profound relief and deep-rooted contentment. The whispering walls had spoken, and they had been heard. Life on Willow Lane returned to its gentle rhythm, but the knowledge of the whispers lingered, a cherished secret. Mrs. Higgins's roses bloomed more fiercely than ever. Children still played under the willows, perhaps listening a little more intently to the rustle of leaves. Neighbors took quiet moments, resting a hand on a sun-warmed wall, feeling the subtle, comforting hum beneath the surface, the gentle resonance of countless shared lives, countless moments of joy and sorrow, all held safe within the whispering embrace of Willow Lane. It remained a testament to the unseen bonds that truly make a home, a sanctuary where the past tenderly held hands with the present, promising to shelter generations yet to come.